Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, here with our 3x3 playthrough. It is the beginning of cycle 38. And we have a few problems. But we have a good thing as well. If you notice down here, we have unlocked the Iron Teeth, which is fantastic and wonderful and brilliant. I, of course, already had the Iron Teeth unlocked, but basically you had to get to a certain well-being to get it done. And we now have managed to get to that well-being. So, yay. Cool. The problems we have all stem from a single source, and I've left the game running and didn't notice it until it was a bit late. So I've done a few things to try and compensate for it, but it all stems from over here, from our bot factories, and you'll notice we only have 30 bots instead of 54. Now that I originally thought was because the power was running out. We built a lot more power, a lot more batteries, but maybe the power was running out, and it meant that we weren't producing as many bots because we was having problems with it because we've stacked more on here now. Obviously, things are running at night. You notice I've changed some things here, but it wasn't that. It was we'd run out of gears, and because we'd run out of gears, we weren't getting the bots being made because the limbs required gears and didn't have any gears. So I got rid of 3 planks and put in 3 more gears, so we had 4, 5, 6, 7 gears and 3 planks originally. Well, yeah, that was the first iteration of it, and that worked for a while until we ran out of planks. So now switched it over to we've got 6 gears and we have 4 planks, but the planks are controlled by robots now, so the bots are running 24 hours a day doing the planks, and that's fine. Our trees are seriously dipping, and it's weird because there are logs in here. So it's like they're not taking the logs away, or they're not doing things. You see the trees grew, so everything was fine here for a while. I think that's just because we weren't using as many trees as we were building things. As you can see here, I have built a lot. The housing district is kind of done. It's kind of getting there to being almost done, so that's going to be awesome. There's a few problems with this. You will understand. Well, we have monuments. As well, which is awesome. We have farm monument there, and there. So I said I was going to figure out how the monuments go and what to do with it, and the way I figured it was to do this. We have the farm monument smack bang in the centre because that covers the entire block of housing. By putting this in the centre here, this covers all this block of housing up to there, and then this one, when it goes here, will cover this whole block of housing and cover that because we'd have to move this around here. Also notice the water's low. That's not a pumping problem. That's another problem. And then behind it, we've got the braces of bonding because they're slightly larger range, so they reach out to the edges a bit more. And then I've just extended the platforms out and put the water on top that way. So yeah, it's still got one path going along connecting all of them. So that means the people this side have got a little bit further to walk to get to water, but it's not terrible distance at all. Water's also close to the manufactory. That's not a problem. The farms, I still haven't filled the farms in, but that's okay there. Did get some feedback on this here, which not a lot of people were happy with me putting aquatic farms up here. And I think maybe some people are still thinking that I got a lot of comments saying it's too far away, but we're on update 4 now, so we don't have a limit on the district distance. Also, I wonder whether people were just thinking that maybe because we've only had this housing here, they'd have to walk so far to do it, but obviously we're going to have all the housing in the centre here. So these factions here, these people that work here, that live here, or would have to walk a little bit, but it's not terribly far for them. Some suggestions are putting it over here in the reservoir. I don't want to do that because I don't want to fill the reservoir with dirt. I want to leave the reservoir as a reservoir so we can pump water out of it. So we want to leave that alone. So I mean, the only kind of option I have is to go up here and do something with it. But I'm filling in this over here. We're letting this be done over here. But none of this is being built yet because we don't have any bots in here because we need them elsewhere. So that's come to a hold. But I'm now not sure what to do with the aquatic farms. I still think it would be a good idea to put them up here. Let them go. Also, chestnuts. I completely forgot about chestnuts. We need chestnuts as well. So, yeah. Not really sure what to do with chestnuts. We've got space down here. We could do so. It's not very big though. We need more for that. But that's another thing I was thinking. If we get the aquatic farms up the back here, we could put chestnuts in between or behind or around or somewhere like that. I'm not too sure. We could do like some over here and some over here and chestnuts in the centre or one. I don't know. But I'd forgotten about chestnuts. That is the thing that we do need to do. And obviously the grills need to go in for the chestnuts, but that's fine because the grills need to go in for the spade dock as well, which could be up here anyway. So we have space, and we aren't limited by range because yes, it is still controlled by a district, which is fair enough, but the district has infinite range, so the district can easily reach up here, and the beavers won't have that far to walk. From here to here is same sort of distances from here to here. So, you know, you're talking, yes, it's closer this side than it was closer this side to that side, but I don't want to fill in the reservoir. So, yeah, it's I'm not sure what to do with that at the moment. Not quite sure what to do with that at the moment, but yeah. The water issue isn't an issue at all. All these are full of water, he says, as he comes here and looks at them. A lot of them are full, a lot of them are hiding there. The problem was that, again, we didn't have the bots. The bots will drop down, and of course, I had the hauling posts. 2 hauling posts were doing bots, and 1 was beavers. I'm not going to switch that around as well, because we don't have the bots for it as well. So we're just going to have beavers actually move stuff around during the day, and that's an issue. We just weren't transporting goods around, so yeah. What have we got down here? We've got logs and planks and things on the floor down here. No space in storage for logs. Beg your pardon? Beg your pardon? Right here. And no, they'll pick them up. It'll be fine. Yeah, so we need to do this, and we need to build a couple of these and a couple of these outside ones over here to get around the benefits of roofs and things. I've just doubled it up here, so this roof is lined up with the yeah. So that roof covers the 2 houses opposite side of it. This covers these 4 houses. So this one, this house, and this house. This one bush will cover that, and that do the same. I need to put things on the outside here because I haven't done that. I forgot about that. So, yeah, so that's the change we'll do there. So we're going to take all this down and redo this in here with the things on top. So that'd be fine. And then in the gaps on the roof up here, I was thinking of putting shrines. To put in the little shrines, because if we click on a beaver, scroll down here, we have a shrine and a temple. So we need a temple as well. That's definitely something we're going to need. I don't know where to put a temple. That's going to be interesting. I think the temple might go down here on the side, because there's no real better place to put it. We might put one here and one. The temples are fun. Can we unlock a temple right now? We can definitely unlock a temple right now. Hold on, let's unlock the temple. Off the bomb. The temple is a 5x5. It could go there. And then we could put one there. So it's on the corners of the places there. It just means we don't have this road here. This road's not as important as the road through. It is here obviously for the back of these, but it's not. This bit is very rarely used. And we don't even have a road here, so that's going to work for us. Maybe we'll put in the temple. It gives +5 bonuses, so let's put in a temple over here. It's just logs and planks typical. We're running now. I've got the bots actually turning planks into there. The planks aren't building yet because obviously all the planks are being used for gears and for building. And also the mine used gears as well, so that was another thing that was taking all our gears down and causing problems. So we had an issue with that there. We also had an issue where I destroyed all this in here, and you can see I had to do this because we had some stranded beavers in here, so that was a problem. So we can now remove these. These are done. And I didn't connect this up for a while. I forgot to connect it up for a while until it told me, hey, bots are running out of power again. I was like, huh, what? No, I haven't connected this back up. So we've done this and built this here. So now this is reconnected again. So that's all good. Let's put in our dirt here. Go from the center up. The way you put dirt in, the orientation is important. See this arrow? See this arrow on here? The arrow indicates the direction of build. I'm not quite sure why it's done in this way. I can only assume it's kind of a choice to prevent beavers getting stuck when building things, because they could easily build around themselves and get stuck. But if I was to do that, for instance, they'll build this one because they can reach to it on the side. But they can't build this one because the one behind it must be built first. That makes sense. It's a little weird the way it works. So yeah, these can't be built here. None of these can be built here, but this one can be built. So it always builds the back one. So it always builds that sort of way. So if you're filling holes, you have to make sure the orientation is correct. If you're like filling out into a river, we're filling out to here. You would have to turn around the dirt. If you did that, that wouldn't work. That would never get built, because they can't build that one because this one needs building. So all the way down to this one needs building, and they can't build that one because they also can't get to it. So you have to turn the arrow around to face the correct directions. And I don't know the reason behind it from a game standpoint, if that makes sense. I mean, it doesn't really matter with these because they can do it, but because they can build from the side in, they don't have to build from the back in. But I can only assume it is done so that if you are building, like say, like here, I'm fitting this in here, to prevent beavers going into the hole. Say you were filling area. Prevent beavers going in there, and say a construction worker came along to build this one, and then another beaver come along and built this one, it would trap the one behind it. I can only assume it's to stop that happening. I don't know. But as you can see here, I had to muck about with it, so I had to build the paths out directly that way, and then build from this side out to fix it, and this side out to fix it. And obviously these haven't been built yet because they didn't have roads connected to them. But this staircase couldn't build this side because they're all facing from left to right, so they had to build from this side. And of course, because I didn't have the path, they just didn't have they couldn't reach it. Simple as that. So it's interesting. So food-wise, we are fantastic. Other than sunflowers, sunflowers are already starting to suffer, and we're not even close to a problem. We're going to have 900 beavers, and sunflowers are already dying on 384 beavers with 2 fields. So we're going to need another 2 fields of sunflowers, and then probably even another 2 fields of sunflowers. Unfortunately, I feel sunflowers are going to drop dramatically. We're not going to get the happiness bonus from sunflowers as much as we'd like to. Right now, everyone's got it. It's fine, but I don't think we're going to be able to sustain that unless we build more sunflowers somewhere. Lots of people have said that they put sunflowers in wherever there's space. So if any of the farms can reach any nooks and crannies, you put sunflowers in wherever. So, we could put sunflowers in down here, although this wants to be for our bread making facility. So, right. And we have lots of food, obviously, because underneath here, if we go all the way down, we have our food storage, and all the food storage is built. So all of these, if I go to say this one here in carrots, we've got 1,200 times 4 of bread, which is 4,800, and then same for carrots and same for grilled potatoes. So they're all caught up and they're all doing wonderfully well. Does make me think that I won't need another sunflower, won't need more potatoes and carrots and things, although I think we will. I really think we will. I'm not even convinced 4 fields are going to sustain 900 beavers. So we'll see. I'm also not entirely convinced I'm going to get to 900 beavers. Not because I won't get there, but simply because of time constraints. There was going to be a time lapse at the start of this video of them building this here. Just building it, just letting it go and being built. Obviously things went wrong halfway through the building, so only some buildings got built here, there and everywhere, so that didn't work anyway. But to get to I disconnected all the paths so none of the houses would fill up apart from the ones on the outside, but to get to basically, I would say about a quarter of this all built took 40 minutes of just the game sat there at 3 times speed running and recording, and things started to go wrong and fall apart. So it's like I don't know. I'd like to say we can, if I can get stable, we can get beavers stable, then I will just happily go, hey, do you know what, we'll unlock all the houses, we'll be way ahead of time. We are way ahead of time now. We should be on cycle 38 should be 180 houses. I'm not sure. It's a bit awkward because there's lots of these double. I've got too many houses opened right now that I shouldn't have opened because I blocked the roads off, but I didn't do all of the roads. Some of them still connected, so of course we got more than they should have been there. So 38 times 9. 38 times 9 is 342, and we're on 390. The 42 beds, I think, are probably buildings that aren't connected. Yeah, this one's not connected, but it's unpaused, so that's why it's showing in the list. We click them and pause them. Bump, 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 bump. There you go. That should bring it down to where we are. So we're 396. 396 works with it. 396 divided by 9 means we're good for cycles 44. So we're good for another 6 cycles with this amount of beavers. So I could just unpause all of them, and that would take us to almost cycle 100, and then just let the game go. And providing the food is balanced, we'll be okay. But I need to babysit it for a moment. So let's get our efficient farmhouse running, and we want to put in loads of these here. 1, 2, 3. So that's incorrect, but we'll come back to that in a moment. Bom, bom. We don't have enough wood to build all this anyway, because now we're probably not chopping down enough wood. So there's that. Oop. And I'll sort them out with whatever they need to be sorted out soon. And then we can plant the sunflowers over here. I just want to get the sunflowers in. So there. The other thing as well is that, again, with more food variety, they will eat less of each individual food. So if we added the aquatic crops, they might eat less sunflowers. So that would balance. But we're only on like 400 beavers. And we're going to get to at least double that. And so doubling the crops might work for us. I don't. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll always figure something out. We can figure something out. So yeah, that's the state of play. I did plan to leave this running longer in between recording, but I said because issues have popped up and there was a lot to explain and a lot to do, and so yeah. Speaking of things to do as well, I want to move the district centre. I want to move it, and I've been looking at where to move it to. I was tempted to put it up here on a roof. But I don't know how to get up to the roof if I did that. You can't exactly go on top of this and around because everywhere around it is connected some way to it, so I don't really think that's going to be a good idea. The other option was to put it here, move these farms around, lose a little bit of carrot fields, and put the district centre here. And that's kind of where I'm leaning to, because we want to use this space here and this space here for the monuments, the big water monuments. So I need to blow this path out down here to get some water going on there, and we need to blow through here. And I still haven't got rid of these yet, but I haven't built any more batteries on top, so we're okay. I'm really not sure what else to do with it. I could move these underground poles and stack them closer together, which would give us a small... It'd only give us 2 slots, wouldn't it? So that wouldn't really work either. We'll see. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't know. I don't know which way round I want to do this. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know which way round to do this here. I could also put it floating in the air, like above here. I did look at that, how to get it floating in the air above this, right, so the thing was smack back in the centre. I think I had it facing the same orientation, so it came out the top there, onto this path here. And it just used the staircase going up there, which meant that when you come out of the district centre, you have to walk down here and around, which means any beavers living here had to go up and out and down. So yeah, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure whether I want to do that or not. It would involve putting the staircase there instead, and then just putting blocks above here. And it could be any orientation. We could put it any direction we wanted to. It could face towards the industry, and that wouldn't be a problem either. There's no way to get a path around it if I did that, because of this here. There's no way to just get around it, so not really possible to do that. See, the water's doing fine. The water's doing okay. The water's kind of it's dropped because of the haulers. The haulers, they wouldn't have enough haulers to do the thing, so maybe I should rearrange some of these as well, and possibly get rid of some builders and put in more hauler posts. But again, I don't know where to put that. If we did that, I don't know where to put all the haulers in. We'd have to go, I don't know where, somewhere. Oh, and before I bring the episode to a close, another suggestion was made of changing this here to be dirt. To make a dirt wall here, and we could make it taller if we wanted to, or lower, or do whatever that. I really like that plan. I really, really do like that plan of doing that. But I'm not going to do it. And it's not because it's a bad idea. It's a fantastic idea. I love the idea of it. It's just that it would involve taking all the power out and rebuilding it. And I'm not in a situation where I have the resources to do that right now. So don't think that's going to work for us right now. So maybe that can be another future project. Who knows? Who knows? But we will see. We will see. We have plenty of dirt. We're still pretty much full on dirt, I believe. Yeah, we are, because these haven't been going for ages. So that's fine. We might just need to put more lumberjacks in to chop down things. I think that might be an idea. These obviously are not being grabbed by the haulers. The haulers got so much to do. And I do have 106 spare beavers. Maybe I should just slap in loads of hauling posts. Just loads of them somewhere. Just put like loads of them back here, because it doesn't matter where the posts are. They don't actually work out of the posts. They'll just go and do their jobs, and when they're finished with the job for the day, they'll go home. Not like they have to go to home base to do the thing. The only reason they return to all the hauling post is if there is nothing to do, they will sit in the hauling post. That's their base of operations. But like with the builders may never actually come to the district centre or to the builder's hut if there is stuff to do all day. They'll just leave their house, go, oh, what do I need to do? Right, get the materials, go and build it, do the thing, and then end of the day, go back home again. Never clock in. So wherever the hauling posts are doesn't particularly matter. Yeah. I could put loads more out here, actually, couldn't I? Loads on the edge here. Not worry about it, because we've got plenty of space over here. But if I did that, it would require more trees and things. And then we could get more woodcutters in, I suppose. Put some more woodcutters in and have more trees being chopped down. Woodcut trees. Yeah. Let's just put in more trees anyway. I kind of want to do that. Oh, that's too high, so I can't do that up there. That's wrong height. We can't do that there. But we want to put in more lumberjack flags anyway, because we are struggling for them, even if they're temporary ones, just to help chop down some added trees. Put on. Okay. Just so we can chop down some more trees and get some more things going. Not fussed about having to put them in there. Oh, maybe this should go back to being a normal beaver as well, to get the things done. So balance is becoming a problem. The bots dropped. We're down to 15. We're down to 15 bots now because they're dying off and we're not building new ones because we don't have the gears and planks. So yeah, we're trying to compensate for things, and it's going to be slow going. I feel like our bots are going to basically die off. I might even pause construction and just let them come to an end and go back to beaver power everywhere. I'm not fussed about this over here coming to an end completely because we don't need the scrap now. We have 1,200. So let's do that. Let's bring this to a close. Let's pause. Let's do that. We're done. There we go. Does mean we're not going to have any bots on the terraforming station for a while. That's not an issue at all. And let's switch everything back to being beaver controlled. There's not a master switch, is there? No. So oh, that's bot only anyway. Bombs. Right, explosive factory. All of them are paused anyway, so that does not make any difference. I've stopped the explosive factories. We have capped our explosives as well. Holding posts are now all beavers. Lumber mills. Lumberjack flags. Let's put the lumberjack flags back to being... Actually, let's make all the lumberjack flags bots, because bots work better than that, and then change the lumber mills to be beavers. Change the paper mills to be beavers. I don't think we need the paper mills running either. Smelters are unable to get everything anyway. Terraforming station is bots only. The wood workshop, I think, we'd probably bring to a pause as well. So yeah, actually, let's leave the wood workshop as it is. Let's just pause all these because we don't need that running. The terraforming station is fine. That can just stay as bots. That's not a problem. The smelters can all be paused as well. They can stay as bots. We don't need to smelt any more of that. And the lumberjack flag. So we're chopping down trees. As bots all the time. Okay, so we now just have 4 spaces with no bots. Okay, so we've got people in the terraforming station. That's fine. Someone over here as well. So they might start mining down as well, which would be cool because if we can get just the last layer taken out there, or last 2 layers taken out there, we can plant more of them. So yeah. Let's also build a second forester. I want to up the priority of that. Because we want to move you out by 1. And I kind of realised something as well. I did this because I wanted to extend the power line. So I moved them out by 1 because I want to extend the power line down and up. And then I realised that actually that's not going to work because they're on the path this way anyway. So looking at where the windmills will go, because there has to be a 2 gap in between them. So we're going to go 1, 2 there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 would be right next to that, and 1, 2, 3 would be there. So we'd have 1 here next to it, and I can't put 1 here because it's too close to the forester. So that's not going to work anyway, unless I move the foresters back by 1, which might work actually. Let's do that. Let's say, hey, would you please not plant there? Okay, and then we'll move the forester back once these are grown. Move the foresters back there, and then we can put a road in and there, which will be for the foresters to live. And then they'll be away from the path, and then we can run power line like that. Because sometimes the batteries were dying due to the draw on them. Shouldn't be too bad now we turned all this off. It should be going faster, but yeah, and I just want to put more windmills in, so more power. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So if I no, you're good. You're gonna run. That's fine. If we leave this here and I'll let it go and do its thing, and obviously we've got these bonuses that are kicked in now, and I need to build more stuff up here. As stuff gets built, we can then move things here. You've seen what the plan is, so you'll be fine. You'll be fine. and everything can be awesome and fantastic and wonderful, and there can be progress. There can be progress. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one. I'm not doing a lot on camera now. I'm just kind of explaining what's happening between cameras. That's going to probably be what it's going to be for the rest of this series. But I feel like this series is coming to an end sooner rather than later. Not sooner for me. I'm going to have to leave the game running for a lot. But there's only going to be a couple of episodes left until we get to the cycle 100, which is 900 beavers. So that's the plan. That's the plan. And it's probably going to be left running once I get it stable for food-wise, and just I'm going to walk away and leave it and see, and hopefully come back and they're not all dead. So, yeah. Until next time, and as always, have fun.